Hi everyone, my name is Abisha Parikh. I'm an immigration attorney based in New Jersey. Before I start this video, I just want to go ahead and say that I hope everyone watching out there is safe and is healthy. This can be a time of a lot of uncertainty, and that's really why I wanted to make this video. For those of you who are in the middle of an immigration process or about to start an immigration process, this can seem quite challenging and overwhelming. There's a certain halt in government's processing, and it just adds to the stress that we're already under with this pandemic. So in this video, I'm going to go over the most frequent questions I have been receiving related to the coronavirus and how it's impacting USCIS, NVC, and local consulates processing times. So let's get started. The first question related to the situation is, can people still submit their applications to USCIS? And so the answer is yes. So if you go on the USCIS website, you can see that they're still accepting applications. There's nothing about closures of local offices as far as accepting the applications go. The major alert on the USCIS website is that they have suspended in-person services, which means interviews and biometrics, which is your fingerprinting appointments, have been suspended to slow down the spread of the coronavirus. However, USCIS also states, and I'm reading this from the website, that officers will continue to process applications in the office away from public contact. USCIS will automatically reschedule the appointments that have been canceled, and if you do not receive a new interview date or a new appointment letter within 90 days after USCIS resumes normal operations, you can contact USCIS. So a couple of things here. So there's no time frame right now that we have about when USCIS will reopen, but I would go ahead and give yourself 3 to 4 months you're looking at in delays, because even if USCIS opens up in 2 weeks, they're going to have to not only schedule applicants whose interview were canceled, there's also reschedule appointments and new applications that are in the queue to be scheduled as well. So how they're going to prioritize all the applications, it's very unclear. They haven't stated so, but I would expect delays of 3 to 4 months, no matter where your application is in the process. What else? So if you have a interview or a biometrics appointment, you don't have to do anything. Do not contact USCIS right now. They will go ahead and automatically reschedule even your fingerprinting appointments. Now, on the processing aspect, so the way I see it, there's definitely going to be slowdown even with the processing, even if you have an application that doesn't require an interview, because the government is taking serious measures to limit the human-to-human contact in the workplace. So I'm sure in the upcoming days or weeks, we will learn that, a lot of USCIS employees are unfortunately calling out sick, that USCIS is limiting the number of people that they can have in the office at the same time, and just a general slowdown because a lot of employees are being told to work from home, which really does affect productivity sometimes, especially if they're so used to being in an office environment. So if you have a pending application or you're filing a new application, please be prepared for delays. Right now, I wouldn't go based off of the USCIS processing times that are posted online. Those are probably not the most accurate. Moving on to the next question. Is the National Visa Center, NVC, still processing cases? So my understanding is yes. However, I have seen as of late that the CX system has been slower than usual. We've encountered some glitches in uploading documents and submitting DS-260s. I'm not sure if this is due to the coronavirus situation or there's just an IT glitch because of something that's happening from NVC side. So, I would expect delays in even sending in your documentation to NVC. Now, as far as reviewing the documentation, I'm expecting that NVC will also start cutting back employees just like USCIS. because of the health concern and having so many employees in one office space all at the same time, which will most likely lead to delays in reviewing of the documentation that you may have already sent into the National Visa Center, and general delays overall in NVC inquiries, change of addresses, because these are humans who are working, these are not robots. So we have to take into consideration that just as private employers are trying to eliminate the risk by having employees work from home and reducing the workforce, USCIS and NVC will probably follow suit soon. Let's see what happens and how much transparency they actually provide to the public, because right now not much has been stated about these issues. The next question is, if I'm here on a temporary visa, such as the B1, B2, can I apply for an extension of status? Yes. So this sort of goes back to the first question that I had addressed. So extension of status applications, just like any other applications, are still being accepted by USCIS. They will also continue to accept late applications. So if you're affected by the coronavirus or the travel bans that come with it, or any related health issues due to the coronavirus, and you weren't able to leave the country in time, you can still submit your application to extend your B1, B2 on the basis that there was outstanding circumstances that were completely out of your control, and then you'll have to submit the documentation for it as well. But let's say if your visitor's visa is expiring soon, I would definitely get that extension of stay in, just to ensure that your B1, B2 visitor visa isn't canceled, and that your stay becomes authorized for the duration of time that you have to be in the US. Okay. Another question, what is happening to cases that are in administrative processing? Okay. So if your case is being handled by a local US embassy and that embassy has decided to close because of their local country conditions, that will definitely affect your processing times. For example, if your case is in administrative processing, in India, you can expect delays of up to 1 month, since the entire country is pretty much on lockdown for the next 21 days as of today. So during this time, it's very unclear if the officers are working from home and how they're proceeding, but I would go ahead and just assume a delay of at least 1 month with administrative processing. And the last note I want to make is on asylum and immigration courts. So I'm not too sure about immigration courts in all over the country, but here locally in New York and New Jersey, asylum interviews have also been suspended, and the immigration courts here are only listening to cases for those who have been detained. So if you have an affirmative asylum case or a master calendar hearing, your in-person appointments will be rescheduled, but the detainee docket will continue moving. So a little bit of confusion there, why one is moving, why one isn't. But like I said, we'll just have to wait for USCIS to create more transparency so that we can have more information about the processing times. So that is all the updates that I have for USCIS, NVC, and the consulates at this point in time, and immigration courts that are being affected by the coronavirus situation. I'll be sure to hop back on here if there are any new developments that I think are worth sharing with you all. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button on the bottom and subscribe to my channel. Wishing you all good health and safety. Take care.